Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory Season 2, because the full release in September. We're here, plan on our factory again. Look, it's getting a little bit bigger. There's a lot going on here, but either way, in between, look at what I did. We've got all this stuff to complete Phase 2, you know, it was just kind of a waiting game. And we're gonna plug it in now and talk about what's going on with the factory. Now in the top right we can also see, look at the beautiful numbers going up. And I suspect that this won't take too long if we do the math. 270 resources a minute. So in about 10 minutes it'll all be sorted out, all nice and done. Now let's talk about the minor things I've done. You can see there is a tractor now. I know, a tractor and a docking station and another docking station. It was a lot of work getting this set up. This was interesting. First time I've used vehicles. So rather than use conveyors, I have a truck set up. Oh, you can't even see what's supposed to be in there. I got a truck set up that is picking up the steel beams and picking up the steel pipes and delivering them here. Now, in theory, it might be better to have, I don't know, some sort of separation of the goods. But right now, because I've been manually dumping stuff in places, it hasn't really mattered. And we also set up hyper tubes as well in between. So you can see, let's skedaddle in here. And see the land, the beautiful far away property that we've got. Also, the tractor, as fun as it is, we're gonna stop. Well, we're gonna see where it stopped. But as fun as it is, it has almost killed me a couple of times. Oh, look, it's on its return trip. Little friend. Also, it is smaller than before. I'm pretty sure. I thought they were really big previously, so it looks like they made them a little bit smaller, which is fine. But certainly interesting there. Now, looking at this, oh, we're not full up. That is good. That's good. I was worried that there would be too much in both of these, but I guess I didn't really let it run too much after building the tractor out. So, we got some steel beams, we got some steel pipes. I am wondering, how is this doing? Are you doing all right here with what's happening? Oh, it's still about 50-50. That's not bad. Okay, good. I'm happy with that. I was afraid that it was going to be very heavy steel pipe based. So that's always nice to see. So I didn't do any upgrading in between, specifically on those miners. I know I really do need to. I feel like it would be a big improvement for sure. So I just haven't done that yet, just because I'm lazy and I was doing other stuff. And one thing I do know I need to do is, well, create a storage building somewhere. Upgrade our power supply because we're kind of hitting the coal limit here. And then improving the factory here, because this is just a bunch of little individual things making stuff by themselves. So what we're going to do, let's run up here because we're about to ship this off. We'll see what Ada has to tell us. And then you'll see when our next steps might be. Alright, so everything has funneled in and now we get to seal it. Does it do anything out here while it's sealing? Seemingly not. You're good now? Excellent. And then there's the construction dock, which will unlock tier 5 and 6. Now, hello Ada.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
This real quick. I want to see what gets done.
Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed.
Full blown.
After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will be strengthened.
Alright, thank you so much, Ada. Oh, are you going to talk to me again immediately afterwards?
Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure, and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity. For fix-it.
Alright, cool. Well, I have to say, that is very fun with the space elevator. Before, it didn't do anything like that in the sky, and now it's doing all sorts of fun stuff. So, let's go take a look at phase... Well, not phase 3. Let's go take a look at the other stuff that we've unlocked now. Alright, so we already had... Well, we're done tier 0, 1, 2, 3. We had a couple more in 4 to do, such as this one and this one, but we're not really making... well, we're not making encased industrial beams yet, but we should. And then, so tier 5 is a jetpack, which I so desperately would love. The oil processing, which would be very helpful for sure. Logistics Mark 4 could be fun. Fuel packaging as well would be helpful for dealing with some overflow. And then you've got petroleum power, which is great. So really we need to unlock oil processing and petroleum power in order to get the electricity on the go. And then we've got, you know, logistics, which is fine. Oh, maybe the truck is a thing that I'm thinking is really big. Huh. And then fuel packaging would actually really help the oil processing as well. And jetpacks are just fun. So tier 6, that involves the manufacturer making those more complicated items. Again, monorails, railway signals, pipelines, and blueprints. Where's the... When do I get Mark 2 electricity poles? Oh, you know what? It might be in the MAM, actually. Wait a second. This isn't the MAM. Here I am being all concerned. It's probably in here. Really and truly. I should go and get that. Yeah, there's some stuff in here I should really work on. Oh yeah, I got that, so we'll throw that in real quick and see if anything fun happens there. Explosives, maybe? That could be fun. That could be good.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, I'm thinking we do the next bit of research. Can I do more research in here? In mycelia. Here, I should be able to research that there, and maybe that'll unlock a couple more things for me to see. Okay, cool. Nothing particularly helpful.
Medical properties of local mycelia established. New research options available. Medical inhaler variants.
Do we have more sulfur out and about? Like, do we have enough? Oh yeah, and I've got a yellow power slug. Okay, we don't have enough sulfur for what I need to do here, but we do have a power slug, and that should be good. Oh crap. Cables. I know I've got you somewhere. Yoink. Power slug me. Start research. I don't know. What is this one gonna do? Is it gonna... No? Okay. Nothing of interest there.
Research
Is there
completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
I think it must be under Caterium. That must do it. This is unfortunate. I need to do more research. I need to do more research. I also need... Where was it under? Here, where there might be experimental power generation. One of these two could be helpful. 25. 25 isn't enough. Like, I'm sorry. I need to go back. Did I have 25? Or did I have less than that? I had 14. Okay. But we can scan it. Worst case scenario and run over and grab some. Or not. Depending on the distance. Okay, right. It's all the way over there. And there. Okay. Well, I mean, I could run for that. A little far, but it could be done. For now, let's select oil processing. And we will throw in steel pipes. We will throw in more steel pipes. And more steel pipes. And I'm going to chuck in... I know I have enough copper sheets. Where are they? I always get this part mixed up. Ah, they're right here. See, I really need to work on my storage. This is a shit show. This is a shit show. It's such a mess. That's not gonna be enough. Give me another 2 stacks. I need them. And industrial steel beams I can make myself if I'm feeling particularly desperate. And then the motor. I only need 50, so that's not a huge deal. So we've got the straters for that. See, this is the thing. Every time I need something else, I'm like, it's okay. I'll just make more assemblers to make it. And it's a bad idea. It's a really goofy idea. But what I'll do is, for now, we'll make this stuff by hand. And hopefully oil processing will unlock the scanning of oil. And then I'll be able to actually work towards that in an effective manner. So we'll get both of these things in order and then figure out what our next steps are. Alright, so we've got what we need here, and I'm just going to throw it in here, and in here, and we're going to launch it off. Oil processing, here we go. Let's see what Ada's got to say about it, because I think there might be some new stuff here. Let's see.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fixit did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
Okay. Yeah, valves. That's new. Very interesting. I don't think those were in the original, but maybe they were in the most recent release. Let's talk about this for a second. So, Foundry, not bad. Let's see actually where we can find some crude oil, because this is kind of the next big stem. We need the crude oil, we need the plastic, we need all the fun stuff in order to, well, even complete the next milestone, which is get that power. So, where is the fella? Holy shit. Okay. Well, that's far. Let me figure some stuff out here, because originally I was going to work on the coal. No, I don't want that. Originally I was going to work on the coal, but I think I need to work on the extractors instead. That seems like the more important thing, because I was going to work on making an improvement to the coal factory, and coal power plant, which would be good. But I think what would probably be better is to just skip it and go straight to petroleum. So it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out and work through, but I have full faith in us. I think we can do it. I do see a few items I need, which is not going to be a problem. We're just going to make a couple more encased steel beams here. I don't think I need concrete, but I will need more iron rods and more iron plates. So, oh, and more copper sheets as well, I think. So give me another couple stacks of those, sort it. And then we're going to grab the plates. I think I've got plates over here. Do we have spares here? We might. Give me some of those rods and give me a couple of plates. I feel like I should take more plates with me. Right now the inventory is screaming. I do really want to improve this area though, because it's so messy. And I can't even let the game run in between because it's pretty well just a little shit show. But the power is obviously very important, so we've got to, work on that. Let's dump this stuff off. It's just stuff that I don't need on my person. And we'll collect a few more rods. So the idea is we're going to hypertube our way over. Now as well, let me just check before I go kind of these, because I had these things going, but now they're out of rods and I'm assuming out of plates. Yeah, okay. So let me load these up and then we'll head out to do some hypertubing. For the sake of my own sanity, I have finally actually hooked them up. This is a little shit show though. Don't worry, we'll fix it eventually. But I'm going to show you the new hypertube here that takes us all the way to the coal. So we're going to be running over to this this oil that's present, and we're going to try and set up a little bit of a refinery situation. I don't have the resources on my person, but that's okay. We just need everything to get the hypertube set up, because it will just make life easier if I can do that part first. And there's our tiny little coal plant, you know, it's doing the work it needs to do. It's still functioning very well. Oh, my legs. And here we are. So, as well, I got an achievement last time. Well, actually, in between, sorry. I got an achievement in between where I traveled, I think it's like 155 kilometers an hour is like how quickly you need to do it. And it was on the way back from here, I think, and I went zoom real fast. So, or it was the other hypertube. But anyway, basically, I went quick. So, alright, let's check again. Where is this oil? My goodness, it's even farther than I was expecting. There is a pier one there, which is nice. It's pretty far, though, so if I scan again, how far is the running? As well, I'm probably gonna... This is the part that worries me, is how do I set up the power and everything? Oh, 1,800 meters. 1,800 meters. Alright, well, I suppose there's no time like the present. It's time to zoom forward, and I mean, that is me going straight. Let me actually put in a marker. Okay, I've put in an oil marker there so that I know I'm heading in the right direction. And yeah, this is the thing. I think we should probably put this on a 6 for now. And we're going to be running power lines at the same time, which is really quite shitty. But it's what we're going to have to do to make this work. So let's begin the process. I'm going to hook you up to power. Yeah? Are you powered already? Did I just power you? Oh, you're no entrance. Whoops. There we go. Now I'll hook you up to power. Amazing. So there you go. I mean, that's hooked up to power. We're going to start running over. I'll see how long it actually takes me, but this is going to be a wild process. I already know. All right, we finally made it. Oh my goodness. That was hell. I hated every part of that. Like, look at this map, okay? So here we are, right? And that's where we came from. This was a terrible place to go through, but we did it. We'll make sure we run the hypertube back so you can see. It takes about 2 minutes to get actually back to our home base, but either way, for now we've got it sorted. We've got it set up. We are going to put in this beautiful little refinery because we need, you know, we're trying to do petroleum power milestone here so that we can hop into having petroleum right away. I think let's actually face it this way. Whoops. Facing it that way just because this will probably be easier. And great. Okay, so you're going to do that. That'll be grand. Let's actually hook you up right away because why not? We'll use this as kind of just the lead in. So you should be extracting. Phenomenal. I want to cut this down, but I have no biomass. The shame I feel, the guilt I feel. I guess I could make some, but whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody worry about it. Let's put down a couple of these. I'm going to face these this way because one of the biggest problems I had before was lack of room, and so I'm just going to do it this way now because it's making my life easier. That's all that matters to me now. Okay, so we've put down 3 refineries. I just replaced this one. And so we need to make plastic, so that can use that specifically. There is heavy oil residue that will be excreted, unfortunately. And then we can make rubber. And rubber, again, heavy oil residue will be excreted. So we're not going to use this one. We're not going to use this one at all. What I will do is we're going to power these 2 up. We're going to make Crude oil 30 and 30. How much do you snag, good sir? How much do you provide me with? 120. Amazing. So there will be room to use the other ones at a later date. But for the time being, we're going to be just doing it simple. Now, I'm trying to keep things a little bit, how shall I say, easier for me this time around. I'm going to actually put them up a bit. We're dodging a few things, just so we're all on the same page here. I'm dodging a few things. I am trying to keep things straight. There we go. Perfect. And that's how we're doing it. I'm being a sneaky little snake, and the sneaky little snake is me. So I don't know what the hell that's lining up to. Will this one also line up in the same way? That is funny. Okay. And that's all we're going to do for now. So I think with the numbers, the logic is such that you're producing 120. Okay, you're producing 120, and then we're consuming 30, and we're consuming, again, 30. Are you... Oh, not powered. That's right. Power pole here should solve the problem. Boom, boom, and then right here and right there. Okay, perfect. So that should power both of those up. Now they're producing the same stuff. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll have rubber and plastic. And just up here, we're going to be a little cheeky. I was able to, thankfully, bring enough resources to do that. Otherwise, this would have been annoying. I knew. I was like, I'm going to need to prepare myself better. So, and of course, I'm not using any actual structure here. I'm just kind of building out. But we're going to take you... No, wait. Oh, no, it's not that. It's pipe that we need. It's pipe. Pipeline? Let's put it... Well, for now, let's attach that... Oh, I can't. Wait a second. I've got an idea. I'm going to put that there, and I'm hoping that these should be able to pump in here without incident, but let's see. So what we're doing now is we're taking our heavy oil residue, pumping it into here, and we're going to be making petroleum coke out of it. Now, you know, petroleum coke doesn't necessarily need to exist, so I got a couple of options here. We can either, one, take the petroleum coke and burn it in a awesome sink, which is honestly the easiest option, or we can transform it into power. So for me, I don't really want to destroy all of it. I would really like to actually keep some on hand just in case I end up needing a backup power. In an ideal world, this would be a smart splitter, but we only have splitters, so we're just going to be going halvesies here and punching a little bit in there. Now that's just the situation we're at. Unfortunately, I do wish again that it could be done another way, but hey, life is life and it's all good. So either way, we'll be getting a little bit of how should I put it, free coupons. So I think that that's fine. I accept. Now this is all good, right? So this is going to be fine. This should also be fine. It's not overproducing. I do need to take out the plastic though, because I'm realizing that these are going to be problematic yet. And because we don't have smart splitters, this is a little bit of a problem. So I might have to manually throw them into separate storage units. So if you remember in the last version, the last factory, we had it set up a little differently than this, but I think this should be fine. You know, this is one of those things that thankfully we're going to be able to leave running a little bit, like over the duration, some duration of time. I know, again, it's not the most efficient because we could be producing more plastic, we could be producing more rubber by putting in another one of these. However, for the time being, I think maybe this is the best case scenario. Let me just double check something here. We're producing 10, we're producing 20, and we are and it is consuming 40. So I could produce more plastic, actually, safely produce more plastic, and then I don't need to worry too much. So let's actually do that, just because, why not? In there it goes. Power supply. Bonk, bonk. So you're good now, you're producing phenomenal. And of course we need to somehow figure out how to hook it up. into this. It should be fine though. Let's hook it right there. And take from there, right inside. And because it's plastic, oh yeah, rubber's in the middle. So we're gonna have to do that. Okay, well, you know, it's a little cheeky, but hey. Listen, producing more plastic is always a good thing. The rubber was the thing that we actually used less. I do realize that it is a milestone for petroleum power, but meh. Now I'm going to wait a few minutes for these to just fill up, get us enough plastic and enough rubber so we can unlock petroleum power so that next time we'll be able to set up petroleum power plants and really change our power supply. Alright, so we've got enough resources. I am just heading over to our hypertube so you can see the mess that we had to do in order to, you know, make it all the way over here. I'm going to leave this stuff here. It's alright to leave some construction stuff behind. And what you're going to see here, right when we're driving by on the beach, there is a downed ship. Now, originally I didn't notice it when I was building this, so that's just kind of funny. However, I did try, right before I did this portion of the episode, I did try and go and get it. Too hard with the weapon I have. I need the better one. So we're going to have to do that at some point as well so that we can survive. But here we go. Zooming through now orange lands. Holy hell. Is that setting? I think that's setting. But what? Okay, there was not radiation there before. Now there's radiation. That is interesting. We're going to have to explore that in a bit. So, again, zooming through, look at how long, this is genuinely so long. Also, this is the segment of us before we even get to the second segment, right? This is the first segment to the refinery there, and the second segment is the one to the house from the coal power. So, you can imagine, I feel like this would kill me going this quickly. Zoom! And then you can just run over into that one. So, really quite chaotic. Really quite long. And it took a really long time to build. Like, I think it was an hour or more to actually build it because I kept having to do little segments at a time. I ran out of resources. Like, it's just such a long tube. Like, well, look, again, we have to look at the map to appreciate things here. From here, all the way over there, that's a pretty significant distance. It is, what was it, 1800, right? So, alright, we're here. We're going to go drop this stuff off over there. And we just need to make sure we have 100 of those. And then we'll hear what Ada has to say about this and wrap up the episode. So, rounding it out with petroleum power. Tell us your secrets, Ada. What is it? What's going on?
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will be required to construct the fuel-powered generator. Additional research and development relating to this new material can be done in the MAM.
So there we go. I mean, that's excellent. We're going to be able to, if we go into oil processing, not oil processing, petroleum power, we can now make the fuel-powered generator, the industrial fluid buffer, and we can scan Caterium, but I'm pretty sure we could already do that. So just looking at what we need to make those things under power, fuel-powered generator, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. There is some Caterium that's needed. I think I picked up a reel, so we're good there. We can make one fuel-powered generator. And then the industrial fluid buffer. Oh, they're cheaper. I remember them needing, I think they needed heavy modular frames before. But that's good. That's good. Fantastic. I mean, there's a lot to do there. There's a lot of great work that we're about to do real soon. So I hope you folks are enjoying. There's some stuff I'll do in between with Caterium and probably the MAM. But there you go. If you folks did enjoy this episode, do let me know down below. Don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did. And I'll see you next time.